So thank you so much for coming, Carol. I really have been hearing about Family Resource Navigators. I know you have a website out there, and I just want to learn about you and what you do. Thank you um, for coming.
Great. My name is Carol Cohen, and I've been working for Family Resource Navigators for over 16 years. So I've been through a lot with the organization, seen it really grow and add lots of more opportunities to help the community since I started. When we started, I think there were 5 part-time people and a newsletter editor, and it's grown to 28 people, I think, now. And from a very small, we've really added a lot of grants and stuff. So we have a lot more money to help families in the community. So
That
we
is,
work, yeah. So
yeah,
we
that
work,
is so awesome. I'm sorry, go ahead.
so we work in this. We are only serve Alameda County,
Okay, that's what that was my question.
and
Okay.
it's for families who have children with special needs. So pretty much any kid 0 to 22, and some that have regional center services beyond that. So
That is so awesome. And that was my question about Alameda County.
yes.
And so I moved from San Jose, and then that's what I was told, like, family resource navigators,
Mhm.
and which is why I thought this was very helpful for the immigrant community um,
Yes.
to understand. So what is the process? Like, for example, somebody comes from another state, how would they start the process, or how would they know to come to you? For what reason? Does that make sense? There are
Yes.
different questions to it.
Well, we serve a pretty wide variety, and we get referrals from like primary care physicians, specialists, then from the programs themselves. Sometimes the school district will make a referral, or regional center of the East Bay will makes referrals to us a lot for families that might need help. And then there's an organization called California Children's Services, which works with kids that have special healthcare needs. And we get referrals from them. And anyone can call us. We have a warm line. Phone number is 510-547-7322. And the warm line staff will make sure you get to the right program.
That's perfect. I think I heard about you from CCS before, and CCS is a very wonderful resource. So, um, and so once they are referred, you have to hear it from somewhere, and they can call anytime. There's nothing to be shy about or anything like that. For people who did not go through this system and they need support, um, they can call and say what, for example?
I need help. I'm concerned about my child. What's out there? Just
Exactly.
some pretty basic questions. That's our warm line staff. Then we'll ask more questions and try to figure out. We have a program that serves kids that need help with their IEPs. We have some that are we have many Spanish speaking staff members. We do have a Hindi speaker,
Yeah.
Arabic speaker, Chinese, Mandarin, and Cantonese. Our Arabic speaker also speaks French, but that doesn't really come in.
I know we live in a very diverse community, so
Yeah.
and they can actually call, like they would ask at the hospital, for example. I know they can show their language or something like that. So you do have some languages they can communicate with you with if they
Right.
need interpreters, right?
So we have a program for kids 0 to 5 called Help Me Grow.
Mm-hmm.
And that staff has access to a language line.
Oh,
And the CCS staff, which is what I do, we have access to a language line, but the rest of the office does not.
okay.
Uh,
I got it.
so,
Yeah.
like, right now I have several non-English speaking families I'm serving, and we can just call the language line up and, you know, figure out what's going on and how to help the families.
Yes. And so you have the 0 to 5 Help Me Grow program people can call to, but do you also serve um, older than 5-year-old?
That with the language line, I was being specific.
I
The
see.
rest of the
I see.
office
Got
does
it.
not have access to only the CCS and the Help Me Grow staff because it's provided by the county.
I
And
see.
we're county run, those are county run programs.
Okay.
I have been able to help a family that was not quite CCS, but maybe CCS using the language line.
Yeah,
So I will use it if I were just really trying to figure out what's going on with the family
I
and they
see.
don't speak English.
Yeah. And it's a long process. Like for example, for me, I moved from another county, and then each county is different. And I came to you, right, with the
Mhm.
need, but it was for adult, and you helped me. You
Right. So
connected me. So also there is programs for that, right?
right. So we serve CCS ages out at 21. So we will serve up to 22 with CCS, just aging out of the program, not quite got all your services in place.
Right.
The school district IEP people,
Yeah.
it's called the Family Empowerment Center, serves up to age 22 because that's when school ends. We have a couple contracts with the regional center that's 0 to no age limit for Spanish speaking families that have regional center services and Arabic speaking families. We have a program for African American families as well that I think is serving the transition aged youth.
That's awesome.
So we do
That's
have some upcoming events. There's going to be a big event for the African American families coming up. And
yeah.
then we have also a big annual conference for Spanish speaking families called Congreso Familiar. That's going to be in person this year for the first time in several years. So we do have big events that we have for families, and that's how other families sometimes come into contact with us.
That is so awesome. Where is this? Where are these events? I'm sorry. I think I should ask you, where are you located?
It's 101 Callan Avenue in San Leandro on the
Okay,
second floor.
probably. There was one that was for transition or something that I saw
Oh, there
somebody
was,
forwarded me, and then we were
yeah.
looking forward to going to that. So I wasn't sure if you
I
guys,
don't
yeah,
know if that's ours or not. I remember seeing that one go by me.
right. Okay,
But we're having a My First IEP training coming up. We
right,
have a lot of stuff in Spanish. Uh,
right,
uh, one of our contracts is early start, so those are 0 to 3, and they have a lot of trainings
right, right,
and support groups and play groups.
right, right. That is so awesome. I didn't know about the support group. It's for a different support group for parents.
So we have a support group called Little Sprouts. That's for little guys. I think they'll take them up to 5, but
Yeah,
it's for new diagnosis, kind of.
yeah.
We have one that's called that's an Arabic one that meets monthly called Quality Chai Chat.
Hmm.
And that's very popular. We have about 40 families that are coming to that every month, moms coming to that every month.
Right. That is so awesome. So I know Fremont is also part of Alameda County, right?
Yes,
I know a
yes.
family that moved to Fremont and it's Arabic speaking, and I was talking to her the other day because they're moving from Santa Cruz, I think.
Oh, great.
That's a good resource for her.
Absolutely. If you talk to her
Yeah,
again, let her know because
for sure. Yeah,
it's sort of a support group and they have trainings and
right.
activities and it's it's great. And we empty out the office for her, so it's in person, but nobody else is in the office while they're meeting there. So
Perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna make sure to give her that your email address, and um is the Fremont one the same one as yours, or
Fremont, I don't know a support group in Fremont.
Okay. So she would have to reach out to you and then you would,
It's at our office in San Leandro.
yes.
Yeah.
San Leandro is not far away, right? From Fremont. Yes.
It's kind of central in the county, which is why when we
Right.
moved from Oakland, we moved to something we thought was more centrally located, and it's half a mile from the San Leandro BART station.
Right. Right.
So it's an easy walk. I've done it. Families don't have transportation, they can get to us. We're allowing families to come in, but we don't have a lot of families coming in right now because they're still concerned about
The
COVID. And
COVID.
yeah,
Yes. The COVID has been um yeah. It's a different story, but you know, it has its positive and negative because of COVID, you know, we created this online things
right.
and you can reach more people, but at the same time, you know, we miss the interaction with people, right?
Yeah, I mean, our CCS support group was a Spanish one, and
Yeah.
it had been held in Livermore.
Hmm.
But now that it's on Zoom, more people can join it. They don't have to get out to Livermore.
Oh, nice. I live in Livermore, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is so awesome. So now you're opening up slowly.
Yep, we are doing some home visits again.
Yeah.
Um, it depends on the program whether you can get a home
Yeah.
visit or not.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
every contract's a little bit different in what you're
Different.
allowed to do, and
Yeah.
but we try to kind of be pretty universal in what we're doing to support the families.
Yeah.
Oh,
Perfect.
I should say,
Yeah.
we're all families of, we all have children who have special needs. So we've all experienced going through getting a diagnosis and
Yeah.
working with the school district and CCS or a regional center. We all have that experience. So we're
Right.
different. We're not social workers. We're just parent to parent support.
Right. And that's wonderful, right? Which is why I'm interested because you're not just referring people or telling them, oh, this or that, but you also know the journey. So you're
Yes.
able to help more and you're able to understand what the families are going through. Doesn't matter where they are from, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. And I ought to come and visit you one day when you
Yes,
are
you're
fully
welcome to.
open, so that I can meet you in person.
Yeah, that'd
And
be great.
yeah, is there anything else you would like, you know, people to know about family resource navigators?
I just think that we're doing really great work, and everyone is very enthusiastic, even if they've worked there for more than 20 years. Everyone is still, in the game and wanting to help families, um, which I think is sort of unique as well. It's really
Right.
rewarding to help a family connect to a service they need for their child.
Yeah,
So,
beautiful.
so our website is familyresourcenavigators.org.
Yes.
We have a Facebook page as well, which posts links to our events, but also other events that are happening in the community that we think people should be aware of.
Right.
So it's just Family Resource Navigators on Facebook.
Right. I should add
Um,
that too.
yeah,
The Facebook.
and we're hoping to get a calendar up on our either our website or our Facebook page. I forgot, that's really up to date because we're doing so many activities that I was just talking to another navigator this morning, and she says, "Do you know about my first IEP training?" And I'm like, "No." So, so, so I'm like, we need to really get that stuff up so that we can be all sharing what each other is doing.
And I just want to share that in the beginning, it can be very intimidating, you know, to approach an organization for people who are not used to it. So I just want to encourage people to reach out and
Yeah,
and you know jump that barrier.
Right.
And you guys are really amazing resource in the Alameda County. I still use this kind of support myself, even after 19 years.
Yes.
Um,
And I should
yeah,
also say, the kinds of things we help with, it's not just the school district, but we'll help with SSI,
yeah,
in-home support services, getting a DMV placard. Um, just there's a wide array of things that navigators can do for families. And
that's
we just sort of
wonderful.
listen and figure out the needs are and figure out a plan of
Right,
action. What should
right,
we do first? What do we do next?
right.
And the whole idea is that families leave us knowing how to do it themselves so that they don't have to come back to us the next year with an IEP question because they'll have learned by
They feel
us.
empowered.
Yeah. So they'll empowered and they actually can either help somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I love that, you just
Yeah.
empower them, equip them with what they need to know, and then, so that you are able to help other people.
Yeah.
So beautiful. It's so beautiful. I really love, people who are working on this community, because we need a lot of support and we need a lot of information and resources. And I'm so glad that I found you recently. I
Yes.
actually known about it, but for a long time. But I'm so glad that I'm connected to you, and then hopefully other African immigrants and all can also
Absolutely.
find you and then feel empowered and get what they need, the resources
Yeah.
they need.